Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. I got a couple things on my mind right here quick. First things first. This is local DMV news. Out in Spotsylvania County, some goofy ass white boy at a hotel, I believe he had shot himself, and what happened was he shot himself and he tried to blame, I don't know if he was high or what, he tried to blame it on two black guys and said one of them tried to rob him, and that's how he got shot. Come to find out, this guy was lying his ass off. See, this is the problem with white people, and let's be straight about it. They get away with so much stuff, it's not even funny. They never get called the carpet about anything. They constantly get away with stuff, and it shouldn't be like that. Well, we all know that. But, like I said, unless we can change the power structure of this country, and I mean changing it by voting for people who represent your best interests. Not only people who represent your best interests, but people who know for a fact about the struggle. People who know you and know your community better than anybody else. The vast majority of them are not white. Let's be real about that. And some blacks as well. But it goes to show you that they don't know and they don't care. So when are we going to start caring about our communities to a point where we want to vote and put our best interests out there for us, because no one else is going to represent it for you? We like them to, and I mean, for it represents everybody, but you can tell more and more they could care less, and that's a fact. But yet, they don't want people to talk about stuff like this on social media because they label you as a BIE, Black Identity Extremist, which I think is a bullshit term. I think it's bullshit, period. They want to completely silence us, man. I'm like, I mean, that's complete crap. Why the hell would they want us to be silenced about telling our stories? Oh, if we tell our stories about ourselves, that's okay. But if we tell our stories based on something somebody else did, that's a problem. There was another DMV story I want to report. There was a DMV story that happened out, I think, in Georgetown, either Georgetown or DuPont Circle, one of those places, outside of a gay bar where two gay guys got beat up by a group of black guys. That's fact. I'm at least what appear to be a group of black guys. Let's put it like that. And of course, they immediately consider it a hate crime. It's funny, when Trayvon Martin was shot to death by George Zimmerman, because George Zimmerman was half Hispanic Mexican. I don't remember what his part of his nationality was, but because he was biracial, they didn't consider it a hate crime. No, that's a hate crime. Okay? That's a hate crime. It's as much of a hate crime as anything else. But they would never consider that a hate crime. It amazes me. The number of hate crimes committed by whites against blacks, they never consider it a hate crime. What about the one where, because you know why? If that was considered a hate crime, guess what they're going to face? Federal charges. Okay? That's why George Zimmerman got off. And of course, the feds didn't go pursue his ass either, if you notice. Boy, I tell you. It amazes me. What was the one in South Carolina where the black guy got shot in the back 7 to 8 times and he died? He didn't even shoot the cop. He didn't even attack the cop. He just got in the car and ran. ain't that a bitch? All he did was run. Now, mind you, I don't know if I would just jumped out the car and ran, but it didn't matter if he did or not. He didn't attack the cop, and he didn't use a weapon against the cop. He just got out the car and ran. And the cop just shot him right in his back. You know, actually, I think the cop actually may have made him walk out so he could have an excuse to shoot him. You know, yet they didn't consider that a hate crime. If that wasn't a hate crime, I don't know what the fuck is. You know, it just pisses me off that when it comes to certain things that happen against us, they don't consider that a hate crime when they do it, and especially when they're guilty and they're caught guilty. You know, or what about Dylan Roof? He murdered 9 people at a church. Okay, they don't consider that a hate crime, and yet everybody want us to forgive. Fuck that shit. Seriously. They want you to forgive for that kind of bullshit. Really? We always gotta be one, forgive, like my man say. You know, forgive. We always forgiving, but we're never getting fucking justice, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about it because you talk about it, they consider you BIE. Really? So you supposed to keep your mouth shut and forgive like a good little nigga. Yeah, I said it. Because that's the mentality of white people in this country. You know. I ain't saying the mentality of so many black people are any better. But the mentality of the white people towards us when it comes to hate crimes or racism, they always try to change the story. And the media actually assists them with it. You know? Just like the black church. I had to refer to the black church again because the black church used to have some kind of leverage. Used to have some kind of pull. Nah. The only pull they have is pulling dollars out your wallets and purses. That's it. You know? And they're hired. That's it. You know? And like I said, don't get me wrong. I love praising the Lord. I love singing in the church or whatever. I love studying about the teachings of Jesus Christ. That's all well and good for me, and always will be. What I don't like is some of the games that's being played in the modern church today. The stuff that they should be doing, they don't do. You know, but I've talked enough about that. I get to it occasionally every now and then, talk about issues I'm finding, but that's another story. But nevertheless. You know, the media plays a big part in how people view us. And then you got what we had, the black media, BET, TV One, and whatever else is out there. It's a joke anymore. BET used to have some of the best news programming in the business for black television at one time. They really did. And then, of course, when Robert Johnson sold out, and he did sell out, wasn't the same after that. Was not the same. Ain't been the same. You know. And TV One, man, please, always put out drama shows and shit. You know, what surprises me now, in 2018, there is no real black media out here. At least not in the mainstream. There's not. Yeah, you got black reports, but what black reports doing? They're reporting stuff that's written, copies are written by white people. And stories that the white, predominantly organized media is going to tell you to read. Okay? Get a prime example. That bullshit that Holly Moore said right out here in the DMV. At the local, on the local Fox News station out here. What that goofy bitch say? And yeah, I call her goofy bitch because that's what the fuck she is. And you can tell her I said it. She's a goofy bitch. Holly Moore, right? Talked about that young man didn't need to apply for all the scholarships. He could apply for as many scholarships as he wanted. I bet you if he was a white kid, you wouldn't even brought it up. You wouldn't even say all that. And then Allison Seymour, who is black, and fine, and kind of like my woman crush, boy. But she's married. Anyway, but I do think she's a really cute woman. But that's another story. But nevertheless, she didn't even. She kind of co-signed on it. She co-signed on it. I thought for certain she was going to go ahead and kind of verbally get on it. But you know what? That ain't the first time that happened. Where Allison would kind of like buck down. Because what's her name? She's made statements like that for years down here. The inauguration was one of them. And no one chin checked her on it. Nobody. Yep. Never got owned on it. Now I'm talking about nobody being people at her station, including black folks who work there. It just goes to show you how the power of mainstream media, even with black people working on there, means nothing. Okay, because they don't run anything there. And like with the BETs and the TV ones of the world had the advantage of, and no longer takes advantage of it. Look at Roland Martin. Roland Martin was the guy who I did admire. I actually ran into him one time. Years ago. Really nice guy, though. Now, I will say that. Really nice dude. Very cordial. Very outspoken. Very outgoing. You can see that. But as far as a broadcast journalist, you could never really take him seriously. Not really. He liked schmooze and stuff, man. I was like, so that in itself was a joke. And I'll say that myself. I don't have nothing against a person, but professionally I did. That's why that show only lasted 4 years. News One Now could have been a lot bigger show than what it was, but he did too much fluff stuff on it, man. And, the other thing was he didn't do the kind of journalism I thought he would do on this show. Not really. But nevertheless, I don't consider myself a journalist. I'm just a person that does video, media, on social media, and podcasting. I'm a podcaster. And I'm proud to be one. I think this will be the game changer for us to be able to tell our stories that are never heard. I'm fascinated with many of the YouTubers and podcasters that I follow over the years, because the stories are stuff that you would never hear on mainstream radio or television, ever. And it also shows versatility within our culture as well. The type of versatility you would never see anywhere else. Not even on public television. Not even on some streaming services, although you do. You probably see more of it now than ever. But social media has opened the doors for a lot of us in terms of the type of content we want to bring, and like the type of topics and subjects that need to be addressed. And that's why I'll keep on supporting. I'll keep on being supporting YouTube as long as I'm able to do what I need to do. And other things like that, and Black Spot. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, I need to update my Black Spot account, because I want to start moving my stuff over there as well. But racism is alive and well and thriving out this way, man. And it's just ridiculous. It's kind of rearing its ugly head this year. And considering 2018, at least in some states, including out here in Maryland, is election year for some of the candidates. I'm debating about if I want to vote or not. I don't know. Does my vote even count anymore? And I thought about that. It kind of, to me, it's like after Trump, man. I was like, really, the best you could have is Trump or Hillary Clinton? That is like the worst of the two evils. They're both bad. I definitely didn't want to vote for Hillary, but I definitely didn't want to vote for Trump. I knew Trump was going to be a piece of shit, and he still is. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if social media has opened your eyes to a lot of things you have never heard anywhere else or never saw anywhere else. You know. Now, one thing I will say before I sign off here is that we need to start using it to our advantage. And I don't mean twerking or fighting videos. That is anything but using it towards our advantage. That's just nothing but bullshit entertainment. Some of y'all got to wake the fuck up. And I'm being serious. Some of y'all Negroes got to wake the fuck up. It's about time that we always talk about Black Lives Matter. We always talk about no justice, no peace, all the other bullshit. I mean, you protesters out here be doing this shit. But yet, y'all some of the same motherfucking protesters. Some of y'all are some of the same protesters who out here doing these twerk videos until shit goes downhill, and then you want to talk about it. How about you stop doing all them stupid videos and start doing some real videos that have some real substance and some real content that'll make a difference for everyone? And stop with the fucking nonsense. Yeah, now I'm done. Okay? So if you got a comment, please hit me up in the comment section. Subscribe right here on YouTube for All to Hear TV. On Spreaker here. Subscribe to me, Spreaker. Under Spreaker.com/DJ Wolf. Which is also known as DJ Wolf Live. If you have something you want to talk to me about that you don't want to comment directly on either one of the channels, hit me up. DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com and DJ Wolf Live at gmail.com. And I can also be can be reached on Facebook at DJ Wolf Live. Okay? This is DJ Wolf for DJ Wolf Live. That's all I got right now. Of course, I got more to say on the back burner as usual. I will. All right. That's it. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.